So, one thing I want to be clear is I understand who's running this program. I have no doubt that the intelligence community is the entities behind this program, specifically DoD, for sure CIA, and DARPA. They have these tactics, right? They try to make you subscribe to whatever manipulation you experience, meaning that you are forced to get reactions that you will not experience if you're you. So with me, they've been doing these things where they make me experience sensations, stimulations of arousals of some sort, and then say, no, what we do is we mapped it. We made you experience something that you would experience in different circumstances, but we're making you feel it like that. So I'm bringing up, and unfortunately I don't have a picture of there was somebody I was with, right? And she, of course, wanted me to see a picture of these little girls. They do these things, especially with little girls. That's the most disgusting. It's this little girl at a wedding, and there's a picture of her just running like a 7-year-old kid, just running a baby. And then there's a picture of her like just making herself like like a pretty little girl, like just like. And the stimulation they made me have, it was nasty. And they're like, no, that's the feeling that you felt when you were a kid. We mapped it to you as a child, right? You see, it's supposed to make sense. And they try to box things like, oh, we're going to frame you. Every time they make something nonsensical but want you to be sensical about it, they say certain things just random. But you're going to be chopped. You're going to be castrated. Because, like I said, they're saying that how I'm now forced to perceive these little girls is a way I would have perceived them when I was a child. They mapped it to me as a child. And they really try to stand on it like this makes sense. When in reality, they do the pedophilia type of torture. They force you to experience things that are not organically happening. And for me, they try to make it seem like this is something that they make me experience or make me think I experienced when I was a child, which on its own is just the retarded reality of what they're part of. But you're going to hear what these entities who are really running this program have as issues. The reality that they want to distort is the reality that these entities have problem with pedophilia. And so now when I'm looking at little girls, it's like, and especially that little girl that would try to give me some stimulation, sensation, try to say, no, we mapped it to you when you were a kid or something. It's like you are forcing me to experience something that naturally will not experience it. You can do that. You can make me have feelings and sensations anytime you want. This is not how I react to this child, but you force me to do that. It's been like this since August 19, 2019, especially little girls, especially black little girls. But then they try to have this battle in my brain, right? Because they like to create battles. I remember being at a wedding, and I was at a wedding, and there was the bride with her, like her niece or something, like a 7-year-old baby girl, like a 7-year-old girl. And she was kind of shy when me and the person I was dating at the time, which was a perp, unfortunately, when you're a target individual, the people around you become perps. Most of us is the case. So we go say hi to the bride. She's holding this little 7-year-old girl. And I say hi, I say hi to the bride. And I see the little girl, and I'm like, hey, high five. And she's just like changed. Like she was shy at first, and she's just like, start being happy. She's like, high five, happy, right? They try to change the memory and start creating stimulations, right? Giving a little weird sensation, slowly adding more stimulation to the memory. And the girl is about the same age as this baby. And I'm like, oh, they're like, there, what happened? Oh no, she's a white girl. The other girl is like Asian, so that's how you react to Asian little girls. It's just crazy. And now my head, they are slowly trying to change my memory to add some weird sensation, weird things. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just how stupid it is. And so they want you to accept this falsified reality as they manipulate memories to try to match it with what they make me experience today. But the reality is that these people matching, listen to what they do. listen to the issue in these entities. And that's why when they manipulate us, even our memories, this come from entities like this. And they contract these bottom feeders who are just civilians who implements these manipulations.
Contact. He resigned, filmed by videos of young girls, filmed by their mothers. He resigned. One employee estimated contact with a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old. He was simply fired. One employee purchased sexually explicit videos of young girls filmed by their mothers. He resigned. One employee estimated that he had viewed up to 1,400 sexually abusive images of children while on agency assignments. Not sure what actions, if any, were taken by him. One contractor arranged for sex with an undercover FBI agent. I think that you mentioned that. Posing as a child, he had his members or contractors had such images. In 2014, the Inspector General of the Intelligence Community found that 2 officials from the National Reconnaissance Office, which oversees America's spy satellites, acknowledged viewing images of child sexual abuse during polygraph examinations. This is so disturbing. At a symposium in 2016, Daniel Payne, a top Pentagon security official, said that when workers' computers were examined, the amount of child porn I see is just unbelievable. Realized, I mean, what's going on here? This is so bizarre. Remember, it's so evil.
Ali, we're told, and when I was put through recruitment into the intel community, you're put through polygraphs, you're put through a rigorous selection process. Why aren't these people weeded out? Why are so many pedophiles allowed to be given top-level security clearance? Remember, these aren't just people walking in off the street and saying, hey, can I get hired? Can I get a job? You're put through an extremely rigorous background check screening process. It's called an SSBI, single scope background investigation. There are people, they interview you, they interview your family, they interview your contacts, they go through your online footprint, they go through everything. So why is it that when they're going through these footprints, they're not checking, these digital footprints, they're not checking for so many pedophiles getting through their ranks? If it were up to me, you need to go into Congress, and Congress needs to launch a brand new church committee, number one, to talk about domestic surveillance operations, but number two, to ask the question, why are there so many pedophiles sitting behind